Okay, let's continue. Now, in the northern method, we're going to do our puja not from the stomach, but we're going to do our puja from the feet. We still have the acknowledgement as far as this is sacred space, no matter what. That's a Thai thing, so it doesn't matter north, south, east, west, whatever. This space is sacred space. But for the northern method, I'm actually going to do my puja from the feet. All right, so I'll come between the feet. And can we take these socks off here?
Sure.
And I've washed my hands, and I'm hoping, and because Munir has experience, I'm hoping that he has also washed his feet. Okay, because if you're going to be doing a lot of work on the feet, you want them to be clean, right? In therapy session, if my client walked barefoot to get to the session, okay, I would have a big bowl of water, maybe with some jasmine, essential oil, and I would either have them or myself, I would scrub their feet before I would start working with them. All right, first thing I'm going to do is I have to center myself, and I start rubbing my hands. This is not just about bringing up the heat. Remember, this circuit from the heart is the macrocosmic orbit. All right, the Anahata chakra is the interlace up and down, facing up, facing down triangles, the two interlace. That's the yantra for the heart, and it stands for the transmutation, transformation of energy. It's the gate. That transformation is a portal to transformation. Okay, and so the organ of expression and the organ of action of the heart chakra is the arms and hands, and that because they make this circuit. Okay, and so what I'm doing is when I'm kind of talking, I'm in my head, or whatever, I'm in life and I'm in my head, and I need to bring my consciousness into that microcosmic circuit. I'm going to make my macrocosmic circuit, which is my connection between heaven and earth. That's my global sort of life consciousness connection with Great Spirit, but now I need to translate that into action. So I need to take that energy, which is strong from top to bottom, okay, that golden thread energy, and I need to transverse it into expression. And the portal that allows me to take that internal chi, that internal prana, and to take it out of something which is too big and or too small to actually do anything useful with, into some concrete physical action. The gateway is the heart, okay? Again, that's why we're so sensitive about heart issues on the good side and the negative side, okay? And we're also why we're so sensitive with what we do with our hands and how people touch us or not, as the case may be, okay? So I'm going to take a breath, and as I exhale, I see the breath coming out in this circuit. And I rub my hands together, and as I start to feel that warmth, that's telling me that now my breath is in my hands. It's gotten from here to here, okay? And some teachers actually do this. Rub, and now I feel it, okay? Now it's there. And it's no big deal. I don't have to look for some internal perception of my prana or my chi or my kundalini. My life force is pulsing in my hands now, okay? And it just takes a second to do it. I don't have to well, maybe sometimes it comes and sometimes it doesn't come, okay? That never happens when we use this kind of technique. It's there, right? Because it's the job of macrocosmic orbit to do this. So all I have to do is feed into its nature, and then I get the effect, okay? Nothing too big about that, right? All right, so now I take another breath, and as I exhale, I drop my hands over the feet, but don't touch, and I just go close and just wait. And what I'm doing is I see my breath just falling from my hands to the feet, and then it will bounce back up, okay? When I feel that heat, that sense of heat, whatever that is, come back to me, in other words, actually radiate back to me from the feet, I take another breath, and as I exhale, I press, okay? And now this pressure is an extension of my breath, and I begin my warm-up. And we're going to do it exactly the same way as we've done it before, but just notice there's a little more detail. And guess what? There's always a little more detail. Now I'm going to palm walk up the female side of the leg, just like we did before. And I come to the knees and big, sloppy circles. And remember, the definition of a sloppy circle is I'm doing circles on his knees, but his nose is going like this, okay? Because that's pretty non-specific. And I come up the female parts again, making sure I have pressure on the whole surface of my hand from heel to fingertip until I come to the inguinal line. Then I turn out in the femoral triangle, take a big breath, and as I exhale, I rock forward and let my hips fall. And then in this position, I just relax and hold for 10. And take a big breath. And move back, breathing normally. Big sloppy circles again. And palm walk down. And palm walk out. Again, the arms are not bending. The way I get pressure is by rocking. Now, if I'm too far forward, when I lean over like this, the metacarpals, the toe bones, can press against each other like this. Okay? Not good. Okay? Better is I back up a little bit, just enough, so that if you were looking from the side, you see that his feet is actually in front of my shoulder. Okay, it's forward of my shoulder. And that actually makes a huge difference, because then if all I do is shift my weight, you'll notice that his foot fans. That the bones, instead of compressing them, I'm what? Decompressing them. Decompressing. See, I'm not compressing the bones against themselves. I'm actually fanning open, like you take, like the Oriental fan, flip, and the bones are the ribs in that fan. Okay, that's actually what I'm doing. All right, and see, and that should feel that decompression should feel really good. In the Northern method, we go crazy town on the feet and legs. Northern method is just crazy, up one side and down the other, with energy and attention, consciousness, breath, and pressure on the pelvis, abdomen, pelvis, legs, and feet. And it's actually the system where the most common systems of Thai reflexology originate, is in the Northern method. And the reason why is because although we are spiritual beings, we are embodied in a body of flesh. Okay? So like it, don't like it, want to be here, don't want to be here, it's irrelevant. You're in tissue and you got to deal with tissue.